Howdy, everybody. I'm back with another streaming review for you. Well, this time it's just going to be a first impressions review of the new show Fallout on Prime. And they just dropped 8 episodes, and I've watched the first 3. And it is, of course, based on the beloved video games by Bethesda. I've played through Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and I've played Fallout 4, not so much 76, but I have played enough of it to know how addictive the games are and how popular they are, and really just how really worthy of a show this series is. I mean, if The Last of Us gets a series, you're darn right Fallout should get a series too. So it's actually a very good adaptation with a lot of good fan service, plus some new stuff in there as well. No spoilers. I'm not going to spoil nothing. I'm just going to talk about the main plot, though, which is in the trailer, and it's mainly concerning the main protagonist here. Ella Purnell is the actress who plays Lucy, and she's a young vault dweller. And she's like, just the user, basically. Like if you were playing the game, you would be her, because you can choose to be a man or a woman in the game and whatnot. And she is she does a very good job of playing this, naive kind of character who, is just secluded her whole life. So they have a very limited life, in terms of trying to be safe and everything. And her father, Kyle MacLachlan, is kidnapped, and she has to go find him. She has to leave the vault, which takes a lot of bravery, and she goes out and she goes into the into the real world, which is extremely dangerous because, of course, 200 years after the bombs dropped, a lot of creatures have mutated and grown extra large, and people have, in the wasteland have gone off into different factions, like these bloodthirsty raiders and the Enclave. There's different factions. So yeah, it's that's basically the main plot in terms of Lucy's story. Anyway, there's also a character named Maximus, played by Aaron Moten, and he's a squire of the Brotherhood of Steel. At first, he's like a helper to these big armored guys that can, take on these big creatures in the wasteland. And he's very good in his role as well. He kind of just becomes a squire through fluke, and then, inevitably he gets what he wants there. And there's several other characters here that I do like. I'm enjoying them, just in their bit roles here. But the one that definitely stands out for me is Walton Goggins as Cooper Howard, who is this movie star cowboy guy who, after the bombs dropped, for for the last 200 years or so, he's been this ghoul. So he doesn't have a nose anymore. He's kind of looks like the Red Skull. And yeah, he's a very interesting character. He plays kind of a bounty hunter. He basically plays like the character that he would have played in the movies hundreds of years ago before the bombs fell. So he's very cool, and yeah, I mean, they do a great job of world building here. And like I said, with some new things, that's cool. Like there's a few new things that aren't really in Fallout that don't bother me. Some interesting little tweaks there, but most of it is great fan service. There's little references here and there. You see Nuke Cola in the background. You see a Rad Roach. You see these things that you would recognize from the game right away. And yeah, fantastic. They know exactly what fans want. The producers here are very smart. Jonathan Nolan and other producers here, they're doing a really good job of really making sure that the show does please the fans of the game while also being appealing to people that don't know anything about these games. So if you've never played Fallout, you don't know what this is about, I would still give it a shot. I mean, if you're into post-apocalyptic stuff, then yeah, you definitely want to watch Fallout. So yeah, I mean, what else can I say about it? I mean, there's more to watch. I've still got another 5 episodes to go, so maybe I'll do a full, proper review, once I watch the whole 8 episodes there. It is interesting when they drop them all at once. It kind of encourages binge watching, and then you've lost 2 days of your life because you're watching TV all day. But yeah, I mean, each episode's about an hour long, so they're nice and meaty, and you get you get a lot packed in there, and it's very exciting. It's very entertaining, and I can't wait to see what comes next. So yeah, I'm just for now, I'm not going to give it a score or anything when on these first impression reviews. I'm just going to give it a thumbs up and say it's good. Go see this show. Subscribe to Prime and get it. Even just for this show, it's worth subscribing, quite frankly, because it may be one of the best TV shows really ever to be adapted from a video game. Yes, there's a lot of praise for The Last of Us and maybe others, but no, I mean, video game adaptations haven't always been very successful with critics, certainly. There's a lot of guilty pleasures out there, but no, this one's a good one. I think it's really good, and I'm looking forward to seeing more Fallout references, as a fan of the games. All right, guys, that's it for this quick first impressions review, and until next time, this is Neil. Peace.